And welcome in to the girls 6A semifinal. Bingham and Lone Peak vying for the right to play for a state championship. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Please be joined by Kenzie Christiansen. Kenzie, couple of teams that have a lot of traditional strength in other sports and meeting up for a semifinal here in girls lacrosse.
Well, I think Courtney would even defend this herself at Bingham. That Bingham's kind of had a slow start to the season, but these last handful of games, they've just ripped through. Yeah. I feel like personally the first one that really got them through was doing the Riverton. They won against Riverton, and I think that just, in my opinion, kickstarted them to getting them to where they're at now.
I was going to say the same thing. We walked into that game thinking, this will be a really competitive game, and it was.
Yes.
But my goodness, Bingham looked like they found something. The way they came out and finished that one, and it's propelled them all the way to a semifinal as the 6th seed. They upset Corner Canyon, the 3 seed in the quarterfinals, and they get the opening draw. As we'll talk about goalies and matchups as this game proceeds. Bingham wearing the road blue, Lone Peak in the all whites. As we are live here from Dumke Field, and how about an early opportunity saved away here for Lone Peak as Ellie Fuller, the starting goalie for the Knights.
That was a great save for her. She had that open lane for the shooter, but that goalie was able to take that moment away from her.
Here comes Lone Peak on the quick opportunity. Starting goalie today for Bingham will be Morgan Edmond, the senior. .481 save percentage for Edmond and a .506 save percentage for Fuller at the other end. Two great goalies going head-to-head today. Bingham here coming up with it. This is Taylor Ford. 23 goals on the year for the sophomore. Ashlyn Smith, Sophie Curtis leading the way in goals, as is Aspen Little. All three over 35 goals on the season for Bingham. And this offense that has, again, found a lot of rhythm as of late.
Yeah, they've had, from the start of this game, Bingham started out really hot. Olympus is right there on that defending end, putting just as much pressure as Bingham's putting on them.
Lone Peak, meanwhile, comes in as the number 2 seed in this state tournament. Your Region 4 champs, 10-0 in Region 4, 16-2 on the year. As you talk about the pathways here, Lone Peak with a dominating win over Roy, then past Fremont by 9. They've been pretty dominant in play, in region play, and now in the state tournament.
Yeah, they're playing a slow and steady game, and, that just might be the best route for them. They played Lone Peak before, and they know exactly how they're going to play.
Bingham back on possession and striking quickly. It's Aspen Little with the first goal of the game.
That was a nice sneak in backside of that defender, catching that ball and just ripping it right over that shoulder of the goalie.
Good start for Bingham. We saw it in the early game this morning. Mountain Ridge, the 5 seed, got off to an early start. They owned possession early. Bingham looks like the same game plan here.
Yep, I'm seeing some repetition between the two.
And so we'll head back here to the draw. Draw taker today for Lone Peak, Eliza Agate. Agate, thank you. The sophomore. I always get nervous with that name. We've done Lone Peak, and every time I just ugh.
I haven't been corrected yet from Wes.
And Paige Nelson for Bingham on that draw as it's controlled by Lone Peak. Here's Maddie Potvin. Is Lone Peak going to set it up here, work it around? Maddie leads the team in scoring. 57 goals for Maddie this year for the Knights. Is coming around here is Mikkel Cook, and she answers and ties us up at 1.
That Lone Peak had an amazing opportunity there. She just kept that drive going, found that open lane, and took her shot. Beautifully done. Lone Peak had a great pass around, and they have a lot of, from what they play tough. They play elegantly. And so having their sticks up and free, having fluent passes, really got them to that goal.
I love the response there from Lone Peak. We talked about some of the top goal scorers, obviously Potvin, but Mikkel Cook, that's her 40th goal of the season. Corinne Jones has 33. Eliza. Agate. Agate. We're going to get it. 31. So anyway, they got a lot of offense as well, do the Knights.
Yeah, they definitely have some opportunities and different options to get those goals.
Early on, goals for each side.
Yep, early.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, Maddie Puffett over there. She was trying to balance like a flamingo as she was trying not to cross that line.
Like a flamingo. Nice touch there, Kenzie.
My favorite color, of course.
Want to let you know the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. At times we'll start it early, stop it late, that sort of thing, as we try to keep it trued up with the official clock here in the stadium. Appreciate your patience with us there as we work on that. As Bingham back on the possession here. This is Bailey James having it for the Miners. That one jarred loose, but scooped up by Megan True, the sophomore. This is a young Bingham squad as well. A lot of sophomores on this roster for Coach McCabe. It's held up, and we get the call here.
Yeah, but stick to body contact. Yeah, that'll be back on Schlinn. Ashlyn Smith, her nickname is Schlinn. She'll be taking that second inside.
Opportunity here for Bingham. The shot saved away. Good look there for Smith, but Fuller with a nice save, and now the chance to clear.
There's a lot of positive energy out here in these bleachers, and I'm loving it so far.
Here comes Corinne Jones, passing ahead here with Lauren Seary. Boy, that pass kind of handcuffed Maddie. Still came up with it for Lone Peak and draws the contact.
Yep, she got that stick-to-body contact, taking that, I think that second inside for her. She's a right-handed player. She takes second to set up, and you're ready to take the goal.
Here's Maddie. Offset to the right. She'll wind, fire, and scores. Lone Peak taking the first lead of the game thanks to Maddie Potvin.
Yeah, she skipped that across the goal just like you skip a rock across the lake. Beautifully done. Lots of depth and a great angle on that.
58th goal of the year for Maddie.
Yeah, Maddie's a great player. She's overall going to have a great game. This season's been amazing for her. She is a senior. You know, she's want to fight till the end, just like the rest of them.
Bingham scoring early, back-to-back goals here in response for the Knights. Lone Peak was here last year in the semifinal and lost that game. You wonder how much that experience plays into the next year's semifinal and that mentality.
Yeah, we definitely saw that with Mountain Ridge. You know, they had that. I've been here before. Let's progress it forward. There was a hold called, so that's where the ball is now set with Bingham.
Of course, Mountain Ridge would probably love another opportunity for their region rival should Bingham pull off the upset. Of course, they're in the wings watching this one early on are the Sentinels. Lone Peak here with an opportunity transition. Cook continuing up. She had the first goal for Lone Peak. She recognized the seam. McKell held up there in the call.
Yep, an illegal check is what it was called. I think she's taking that first inside. She's a right-handed player, so that first inside can be tricky for most.
This will be Cook. Starting, working inside, the shot, a bounce shot, and a goal scored for Cook. It's 3-1 Lone Peak.
Yeah, she drove in close, did a little bouncer shot, got it right between those goalie's legs.
And it looks like Lone Peak right now shooting a lot of bounce shots and finding success early with that.
Yeah, that goalie's definitely taking note on that. Bingham's going to try and do their best to make that repetition stop.
And back here for another draw. 3 unanswered now by the Lady Knights.
Yeah. So as you're seeing here with the semifinals, there's 3 officials on the field. Typically you only see 2. For standard play like this, there is 3 to watch as much coverage as possible.
Which I'm a fan of. And I would love to get enough officials to be able to do this in the regular season.
Exactly.
But we just need more officials, right?
Yeah, it's hard to cover sports growing so fast, being able to get officials to get out on the field and help grow the programs in the total.
Yep. Bingham here with the possession. Taylor forward with it.
That was great pressure defense, very clean. Nice.
Cutting through, working in front, shot on a goal. Bingham with the response. Oh, how about the beautiful goal there from Sophie Curtis.
Yeah, Sophie had a great drive. She tucked underneath those sticks, found her lane, protected her stick all the way through, and was able to get a great goal. I think the defense underestimated her just a little bit when she went to take that shot, and they'll be thinking of that moment for a second.
Boy, you got to figure in a game like this, you're playing a favorite in Lone Peak, 2 seed. Important to have those early responses just to keep you in it, not allow your opponent to get too much confidence, gain too much momentum.
Yeah, with them playing earlier in the season, just like a couple weeks ago, they have some familiarity with the, how both teams play.
Out of the air. Boy, thought that Eliza had that, and it is Lone Peak coming away with it. They had that cleanly, but Lone Peak as a team capturing it. Here's Love. Natasha Love. Nice kind of stand up there to jar it loose. Picked up by Maddie. Boy, Lone Peak really coming out to pressure Potvin. Stepping through. Another shot and a goal. Maddie, her second of the game.
Beautiful. Another bounce shot for her. Just took that a little bit more to the center of the A. Released it right to the bottom of that goalie's feet.
Maddie Potvin for the night.
Good start for Maddie Potvin. Mikkel Cook, each with 2 goals apiece to lead Lone Peak here in the opening minutes.
There's a couple calls here on the circle, so hopefully everything stays clean.
Last one out of the air to Bailey James. And the contact there being whistled. It led to a turnover. Bingham instead here will have the start. Here's Curtis, working that inside. Now Miller.
Good look. Smart to pull it out.
Little cutter. They're trying to get it there. Oh, nice save. Good execution by Bingham, but a better save by Fuller.
Exactly.
And here comes Lone Peak with an opportunity for numbers and a quick counter. How about the speed there of McCune working it up? Siri.
Lone Peak does not lack any speed, that's for sure.
No. This kept here is gathered by Corinne Jones. Jones coming back right in front, and save made by Edmond. Big early save there for Bingham.
Yeah, no, they definitely have been watching that ball like a hawk for sure on that defending end, as there's already been 4 goals released.
Here's Sophie Grizzle trying to work around McCune. She'll play this wide. Miller has some room. The shot. Excuse me, that was Taylor Ford, 27 with the shot. But again, Fuller denies.
Yeah, that was a great lane. A lot of open play, but Fuller was able to stop that for them.
Gathered here by Newen Schwander. Siri working up. How about the passing here for Lone Peak? Maddox. And the contact there will draw the whistle. Boy, Lone Peak, they are moving it up the field quickly here, Kenzie.
Yeah, they have a lot of speed. I mean, you expect nothing less on West runs marathons when she was about 5 months pregnant last year.
Wow.
So to see her team out here running just as fast as she was, it's amazing.
Here's Katrina Maddox will have the start for the Knights. The junior with the shot and the goal. Lone Peak back in the scoring column thanks to Maddox.
That's a beautiful goal, getting that left hip, getting her arms up and free, or out and free to get that soaring goal.
Timeout Bingham as Lone Peak coming out looking like the 2 seed they are. They lead the Miners 5-2 here in the first half of the 6A semifinal. Welcome back. 5-2 Lone Peak. Boy, what a start from the Knights here, Kenzie.
No, it's been a great start. I think Lone Peak definitely is, learned from their game a couple weeks ago. Those bounce shots has definitely been a success for them. Bingham's fighting hard. They had first possession, but they've been fighting for it ever since.
You talk about that game. That was a 2-goal game. It was very competitive. Lone Peak got the win. I think it was 15-13 was the final in that one.
Exactly. Beautiful take on that circle draw.
Yeah, this one kind of handcuffed Maddox there. Gathered here by True. Gonna work up. That pass couldn't be handled. Ground ball still in the air. And able to gather it cleanly. Here's Cameron McCune for Lone Peak. On target to Siri as she tries to keep it. And it is Cook. McKell's been great offensively. Another bounce shot. Another goal. It's 6-2 Knights.
Another bounce shot, and that's beautifully done. Finding that outside lane on that left side of goalie, right side of field, and just sailing it through.
Third goal for McKell Cook. Only played 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's keep up the momentum, and it's going to go in their favor for sure.
I mean, if you're Bingham, what do you try to do defensively here?
You got to get on those girls' sticks. Their bodies are definitely going to be driving through. They're staying front goal side for the defense, but overall they got to stop those sticks. You got to stop that ball. Getting that that goalie to step forward and collapse a little sooner on those bounce shots.
Right now, Lone Peak is on pace for 30 goals.
Right on.
It's not going to hold, but I mean that's a pace.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
That one did not. Oh.
Don't know.
I didn't get high enough.
I don't know what she called, but she gave it to Bingham.
Yeah. Here come the Miners. Curtis, Sophie will pull this back out. Patience here with Bingham. Here's Aspen Little. Little trying to get around the D. We have Eliza. And the whistle here. Lone Peak thought they had it.
Yeah, legal check was what it was called. She'll be getting that first inside for the 8-meter opportunity.
So this will be Little. Fuller's been great here early. Made a couple critical saves early. And makes another one. That one is shot right to the stick.
There's a lot of passes that get passed right to player sticks and they don't catch it. So for the goalie just to catch it, that is a success for her.
Bingham able to win that back. Able to set up here offensively is Ashlyn Smith. Fake that toss, still on it. Smith trying to work to the middle. And
30 seconds. 5 seconds is a major foul. Happened within the 8, so Ashlyn will get a center hash.
Has to be the senior straight away. Ashlyn coming in, bounce shot, and a goal for Bingham. Important answer for the Miners.
Yeah, they're definitely taking notes from those past goals. Just shooting them straight in wasn't working quite well for him. So that bouncer shot was the next option for him, and it worked.
Second goal of the game for the sophomore, Aspen Little. Her 37th of the season.
Yeah, it's getting hot on this field today. Right now it is 73 on that turf. So, when you're on turf, that gets a lot hotter. Those players' feet are going to be on fire.
Yeah, that's air temp.
Yeah,
right? 73 air temp. There's some cloud cover, but none currently. The turf and rubber pellets that are heating up.
Nice draw.
Controlled by Bingham.
Yeah, she was able to take that away super cleanly with that snatch right up center.
And you talk about it, this is really the best way for Bingham to stay in this game is possession, execution, limit turnovers. Here's Aspen Little. She's been great in this first half. Gives this over with Sophie.
Yeah, patience is a virtue here.
Yep. Curtis trying to break down the D of McCune. Nice recovery there by Cameron.
That was great defense. She kind of lost her footing for a split second, was able to gain it back and keep that contact. Stick to body contact is the call. Happened between the 8 and the 12, so it will be going back to the 12. Only clearing the lane. Whistle start.
Here's Miller. Aspen still with it. Trying to work around GLE. Good defense there. Bingham still with it here. Smith. Captured by Miller. Brianna. Oh, nice creation there. Brianna Miller just fitting that in between the pipe. Back-to-back goals here for Bingham.
Yeah, like I was saying, patience is a virtue. She was patient with that. She was able to get that lane on her right side and just held that to the back of the net.
I said Brianna. It might be Brenna Miller. My apologies there. I had to type up, I think it was 12. I did 16 rosters last night, and the fingers started to get a little tired. So
I'm not jealous.
My apologies.
Yeah, we're both struggling just a little bit. I'm just coming off a flat. You're up typing all those rosters.
I ran out of ink. Literally, I ran out of ink in the printer.
Well, going back to old school.
I know, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. Good response here from Bingham. Looked like Lone Peak was kind of ready to pull away. Back-to-back goals.
Yeah, way to help that back up for that ground ball. Box out that other team as your teammate picks up the ball.
There's Newen Schwander. Drawing the whistle here. Sadie will start it. Been a couple of minutes since Lone Peak has had possession. Is that pass sailing? Is Potvin? Yeah, Potvin able to keep that in. Again, we're playing gold lines today. And that end line is the white line you see. Worked with Cook, McKell. A lot of Bingham defenders there. Is that stick coming up?
Got a stick to body contact center at that second hash for the 8-meter opportunity.
Here's the senior, McKell Cook. 3 goals already. Wind up, shot, goal. Number 4 for McKell.
Some ankle breakers out there with these shots. Keeping that repetition with those low shots is doing them favors.
Wow. This is an offensive performance to remember for the senior.
It's been a fast half so far. It's been a lot of back and forth. Only a few point differential there. Overall, been really good.
Another draw win here for Lone Peak. And just as Bingham has kind of established possession, take clock off, Lone Peak can kind of do the same. I know that they're more fast-paced and up-tempo, but there's nothing that, there's no shot clock. It's not like you have to take a shot in 20 seconds, right? Like, you can be deliberate.
Yeah, they can take all the time they need. So, yeah, offsetting styles. It's going to Lone Peak.
Yeah, they're going to leave it with Lone Peak offsetting.
Yeah.
What is the call in terms of who gets the possession there?
So at the coin toss, like if you win or lose it, the team gets to pick, do I want first AP or do I want to choose my side? Most teams choose AP, but there are circumstances that sometimes you want to choose your side depending on, like, weather, per se, one side of the field's better than the other, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. We failed to recognize the stoppage there of the clock. Clock here is running. We're just going to let it catch up. There's about 10-15 to go here in the half. Neuenschwander working through. Sadie scoring for Lone Peak.
Beautiful ball control, weaving her way through that defense, being able to get her arms just a little bit free to be able to make that shot.
The fourth different goal scorer for Lone Peak in this first half. And we've got another timeout as Lone Peak with a 4-goal lead here in the 6A semifinal. Welcome back. 8-4, Dane Stewart, Kenzie Christiansen with you. Second semifinal of the day. If you're Bingham, what's going well? What are you maybe talking about in that huddle based off of what you've seen in the first 15 minutes?
I think something that I've been taking recognition of is they're staying very clumped. They need to make more, like on the midfield transition, exactly. It's the midfield transition's got to be spread out a little more to be able to get those better passes forward to be able to capitalize on those moments on attack. They're being patient, which is great. They just got to keep that possession, keep the patience, and wait for the good shot.
Head back to the draw. Bingham's done a pretty good job on the draw today. Been pretty even. This one out of the air. Oh, heady play there by Curtis. And Bingham will have it. I loved how she swept that wide. Saw the Lone Peak player there.
Redirection on ground balls, I think, is one of the smartest things you can do. Either sweep it over to your teammate or sweep it out to open space for yourself.
Here's Little.
Lone Peak, something we saw different than the before game is that they do play a man defense, so they carry through with their girl all throughout.
Bingham ran a cutter there in Grizzle, but the defense was trailing right with it. Didn't try to thread that. That pass just a step behind Sophie. She's able to retreat and gather.
Yeah, slow and steady. The last few times that they've done this, keeping it slow and steady, they've been able to get a point on the board.
Yeah. That pass was just a step in front on the ground, scooped up here by Potvin for Lone Peak. Maddie continuing with it. See her switch that stick. Maddie, end to end.
Ward.
Oh,
yep.
Ward, wow.
Yeah, I saw that. She took her hand off her stick when she was dodging through to push that player off.
Never a popular call, although certainly is correct, right?
Yeah, well, it happens a lot when you're switching hands and or you're going for a ground ball like one-handed. Your arm just happens to naturally kind of do that. So it's never intentional.
Well, Bingham set back up here with Curtis. Top side, Sophie working around. Boy, I thought she was maybe going to take that shot as Brooke Wright came up to help stagnate it. Here's McCune. Cameron with a lot of space in front of her. Lone Peak has numbers. McCune wanted to get it to Siri, but that knocked down by Nelson. Still controlled here by Lone Peak. Right in front. And it's McCune who started it, finishes it.
That coast-to-coast goal was great. She was able to get that. Once that ball was intercepted, she was able to get it back and just take it in. Great goal, great drive, end-to-end. She's fast. He's witty, overall over a great goal.
Well, give McCune some Gatorade. How about that sprint starting from the defensive end? Even had to recapture the possession at one point.
No surprise here that she's got to go get some water. It's hot, and that was a run.
Great moment for the senior Cameron McCune. Just her fifth goal of the season.
Fifth? 5?
Yeah.
Wow, good for her.
According to stats reported.
Yes. That's amazing. Especially hitting it here in the semifinals, coast to coast. Good for her.
Yeah. Back here to the draw. Want to remind you, we got semifinals all day. We got 4A semis next. We get another chance to see Bear River. And then we got 5A to close it off, and probably the two best teams in the state in Olympus and Park City. They'll be in different semis tonight, but we'll get a chance to see them both.
Yes, it'll be super exciting to see the talent out there on the field.
Bingham here with it. Bailey James sending this ahead. Here's Harvey. Michaela trying to work through. Nope, excuse me, that's Smith.
Lynn was able to keep a lot of contact on that body while keeping control of her stick.
Oh, nice move there by Little. Trying to go topside, and that just saved over the crossbar. Bingham trying to maintain it, and they do. This is Michaela Harvey. Oh, they had a cutter. Looked for Nelson.
Yeah, they got to keep their head up in that triple threat. You got to capitalize on those moments.
Yep.
So triple threat is when you have, able to do the 3, shoot, pass, dodge. That's a part of the triple threat. What it means, keep your head up, stick up. Hold. Off ball hold. Yep.
So this will be Bailey James. I think? No. My apologies. Bailey's to the left here. Hard to see some of these numbers. They're very thin and tiny, so my apologies. We'll get the name here. Let's start here from 8. Coming in, shot over the crossbar, backed up here by Bingham.
Yep, stick to body contact as we entered that pie over the GLE. So we get in that hanging hash. Not many players' favorite spot. But yeah, we definitely got some players lined up for some adjacent cuts.
This will be Grizzle. I actually have a path for Nelson there straight away if you can find her. Grizzle.
Smart, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of pressure. Lone Peak was ready.
Here's Little right in front of the circle. Didn't get a shot away, but the whistle there will keep it here.
Yeah, that was in the spares to call that. Every time you see that yellow flag, that means a foul has happened. It's called a slow whistle. Major fouls happen, but they're just waiting to see what that player with the ball is going to do.
So here will be Aspen Little. Winding up, shot, saved by Fuller.
Great save, able to get that stick winded down just to get that save off.
Ground ball here through the middle, captured by Potvin. Cook. Now here's Siri. Lauren to the middle. Lauren the shot and a save by Edmond. See if that helps build some confidence for this Bingham D.
Certainly does, and they're learning from all those times before. I think that was an illegal check. Staying with defense, they'll start.
4 minutes to go here in this first half.
That was a good switch of the stick at the right timing.
Boy, and bodies here hitting the turf as double team there and ended up sending the Bingham player down. Looks to be okay, but maybe taking a moment here to just get her breath back. As that was Sarah Nielsen working her way back to her feet. Nielsen here going to come off as Bingham will bring on a substitution.
Yeah, so any player like that, you saw the official do the X with that. That's an official's stop, a referee stop. Yeah. Just make sure that player's safe, get her off the field, and get a new player into her spot.
Is that a required sub whenever you have a stoppage like that for a player?
I think so. I would have to check. It doesn't happen quite as often as I've seen.
Yeah. Start here by Miller. And the Miners had true to her right. Miller still with it here. Oh, nice peel around. That was just wide. That ball's not going to have enough to get out. How about the hard check there by Lone Peak? Boy, and it's Ashlyn Smith who's still down behind the play here.
Yeah, she got a little bit of a hip check there. I know in the past she's had, some leg problems with injuries.
We've got a stoppage here as they'll come out and look at Ashlyn Smith, one of the top goal scorers for Bingham, is down. We'll step aside for the injury. We'll be back in the 6A semifinal. Welcome back. Ashlyn Smith had to be helped off the field. Didn't look to be putting a ton of weight on that leg, although on the sideline she is starting to walk around on it. Certainly hope she's okay. Lone Peak will have it here to start.
Well, there's also a lot of motions going out on the field here.
Yeah.
So it could be, sometimes a little bit of an anxiety or just, breath knocked out of you, stuff like that as well.
Eliza there with the self-start. Now she'll set up this Lone Peak offense. Worked with Jones. Potvin back behind goal.
Three seconds. All right, the player with that got 3 seconds will be moved behind ball.
Neuenschwander to start. As we approach the final 2 minutes of this opening half.
If the clock does stop in those last 2 minutes, we're just like a second in, and so that is a stop clock here.
Mikkel Cook starting here on the hanging hash. 4 goals for Mikkel. Mikkel will play that out with Jones. Back to Mikkel. Mikkel spinning in the middle and had a call there.
That was a great little draw and dump. Having that outside player draw the 2 defense, dumping on over, and she was able to pull that shooting space.
So this will be Mikkel set up straight away here rather than in that off position. Looking ready to shoot.
Yeah, she's set up to rip that thing.
Mikkel, they'll wind up the goal.
Beautiful goal with such strength. She was able to shoot that off and get that right past the goalie.
5th goal for Mikkel Cook. Wow.
Yeah, they definitely have, sprung forward these last few minutes and just got that 6-point lead on Bingham right now.
And look, Bingham's always had that answer to kind of reel it back
Definitely.
in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
1:46 left. This feels like this game maybe teetering, right? Bingham, a goal or two to close out this half would go a long way towards keeping this one close for them.
You know, every game is a little bit different, but there's some teams in specific that can be a second team half. So we'll see if that happens to be their case. Otherwise, we'll see what happens.
Again, the winner will advance to take on Mountain Ridge in the 6A championship. Yeah, you saw that little flinch there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but a little bit of an early there.
Bingham trying to hold on to this. And capture down to the air there. And yeah, you kind of see it. Probably didn't help that the ball was in that area. And the card being given here to Paige Nelson.
Yeah, that is an off-ball foul. So she'll have to wait for that whistle. It was a yellow card. She'll be sent down for 2 minutes.
1:28 to go. Lone Peak will start it. Talk about how important these final seconds can be in this half. And that has just flipped. A chance for Lone Peak to maybe get some more separation here. Here come the Knights. Sent over to Lisenby, the freshman. Worked in front. Siri. Nice recovery there by Bingham defensively.
Great look on that cherry pick.
That just hit off the pipe on the look for Lisenby. Trying to keep it here. Potvin with the shot on the goal.
Great goal, taking it off that ground ball, selling up top. Okay, getting that goalie a little bit off balance and taking that shot.
Hat trick now for Maddie Potvin, her third of the game, 60th on the season. And it's 11-4 for Bingham.
Yeah, as we have stop clock between goals, they definitely like to take their time coming up.
Bingham, boy, that one was big. You kind of saw Edmond behind the goal there trying to get refocused. And a team maybe looking, I don't want to say disparaged. But there's some heads that are hanging a little bit here for Bingham. You can kind of tell some of the air coming out of it here.
Yeah, I think, a lot of people missed what that card was. It was an off-ball push, and I think that just kind of put the team in a little bit of a different mood, not knowing exactly what was happening there.
Bingham able to win the draw as this pass up the field was long. Lone Peak trying to capture it, and they do. There's been great support all game for Lone Peak as this is Kona that comes out with it for the Knights.
Yep, it was a push on the call. Just making those players move, defenders move four behind. Self-start.
Nice stick check there from Curtis. Lone Peak still on it. Here comes McCune. Surprised she has more energy left.
Yeah, I know, after that coast to coast.
Yeah, fleet of foot here for Cameron. 10 seconds left in the half. Here's Cook. And Cook just going to hold this, and that will do it. First half comes to a close. It's all Lone Peak. They lead Bingham 11-4. You're watching the 6A semifinal on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. Start of the second half. 6A semifinal. Lone Peak leading Bingham 11-4. Dane Stewart, Kenzie Christiansen with you. Kenzie, Lone Peak. Boy, they played about as good as a half you can. They stout defensively. They played with the tempo. At times they were fast-paced. At times they were deliberate. Everything going right for Lone Peak here today.
Yeah, they're playing great, on the defending end. Bingham's really pushing through, trying to figure out what really works for them from that first half. We'll see how it how it happens here in the second half. Good back check.
And for Bingham, that's what makes it so hard to defend is you never know when they're going to take a quick opportunity, when they're going to spread you out, be deliberate.
Exactly.
It's been a tough game plan for Bingham to try to defend.
Exactly. It really has because they're playing. There's repetition on how the way of their shooting. They're all doing bouncers, but from the angles and the depth have all been so different. So I can't be like, oh yeah, they're shooting all from the right angle.
Bingham here coming ahead. This is Aspen Little. She had it was finished off there by Curtis as we were trying to kind of lay that out there. How about the quick strike from Bingham, though?
That was a lot of great footwork. That stop and go there at the end to be able to rotate into that inside lane and release it through. You could tell she wanted that bad, and she got it.
It was one of the things. Bingham scored the first goal of the game, scoring the first goal of the second half, and it felt like the way they came out, man, if you can sustain this, a couple draw wins, good possession, then it felt like there was an opportunity where you could actually stay in this game, but Lone Peak really put the clamp down and took that away early on. We'll see if Bingham can establish that here in this second half. Off the draw, Lone Peak.
That was very clean, very pure.
Worked up quickly. Oh, how about the chains of pace shot and the goal for Lone Peak as they answer.
She kept that body contact that whole time, but was able to keep that right arm free to be able to release it down for that, once again, bouncer shot.
Boy, and that was one where it's a tough shot. It's Siri who ends up getting the goal. But almost looked like she took something off with that.
Yeah, possibly so. I honestly didn't see it.
We're up in the stands here. We got fans around us. Want to thank the Lone Peak fans. We had a gust of wind that sent everything flying. A couple of good-hearted Knight fans captured everything for us. Keeping us good here. Appreciate that.
Oh, good.
Off this draw, Bingham able to possess it.
And as we work down to the attacking end for Bingham, we do see Ashlyn Smith back on the field looking well and steady with that cut.
Yeah, remember she left the game late in that first half. Trying to work in the middle. Oh boy, that's a tough look there for Aspen Little. How about the defense there of Bingham, or of Lone Peak?
Of Lone Peak, yep, keeping those sticks high, body contact that whole time. Made it very difficult to be able to get a shot off.
A little stutter there. That was just off the mark. Bingham. That ball finally trickled out.
Hopefully we're going to start learning from those last couple of shots is that Lone Peak is going to stop those high shots. They keep going over, sticks are in the way. Maybe just kind of take that recognition and keep trying to shoot low on those.
Boy, look at that D there by Eliza. Ground ball here, captured by Fuller. Right now, Lone Peak is just sticking to Bingham like glue. Here comes Lone Peak.
Yeah, she definitely has a lot of speed. She's working her way down to the attacking end. There's a lot of blue in front of her. So it looks like she's going to do exactly what I thought she would do, is kind of slow it down and get ready for an opportunity.
Oh, quick little spin there. Neuenschwander right in front. Bounce shot on the goal.
Beautiful drive in, being able to keep that composure, keep that stability with her stick, and get that shot released.
Corinne Jones with her first of the game. And Neuenschwander, boy, she set that up. Again, we talk about the change of pace that Lone Peak's played with. Looks like it's going to back it out. Quick spin. They'll find right in front. Lone Peak able to score it. (13-5) the advantage here for the second seeded Knights, the highest remaining seed in this 6A state tournament. Back on the draw.
Something odd that's here with Westminster is the circle is covered by the wording. So if you're in those kind of spots like where these players are, you don't know necessarily if it's an early entry or not.
Another draw win here for the Knights. Siri. Worked over with Cook. What a first half for Cook. Looking to pick up. And that 5-hole shot was stopped, but we did have a call here instead. And we've got time to be served. Yeah, the card being given here to Bingham.
All right, it looks like a slash is what it's called. She'll be getting a 2-minute penalty out next to the table. But that does give the player an 8-meter opportunity.
So Lone Peak here will have Mikkel Cook straight away.
And if I am correct, that does look like her second yellow card of the game, so she shall be setting out for the rest of the remainder of time here.
Getting spacing right here for Cook is going to be just offset. They'll wind up the shot, the goal. Number 6 for Mikkel Cook.
You know, you always want those moments back, and she got that back from that slash, so it was great for her to be able to get that goal that she was so hard fighting for.
What a game for Mikkel. My goodness, she's had a fantastic year this year, but 6 goals in a semifinal?
That's amazing.
A senior making big plays.
That's amazing. Yeah, she's definitely going to be a player that's going to be hard to say goodbye to.
Trying to take the Knights to a state championship contest against Mountain Ridge. Bingham going to move players around here, just looking for something to help spark this team. It'll be Miller coming in to take this draw.
Very clean.
Captured by Neuenschwander.
That was very clean. Perfect draw. You know, that was perfectly to her teammate, able to capture that with that step in front of the Bingham player.
Fed in front, Siri working right around that crease, tried to tippy-toe the line as we've got a call here.
All right, the signal was a hold. The ball will be going back to the original player as she goes to the hanging hash. Outside the hanging hash, just off the... No, hanging hash, okay. We're trying to figure that out there.
Here's Siri. Coming through right in front.
Yep.
Nice little juke.
She was pushing through that stick, being able to get her body and her stick completely free of defense and making that goal.
And the lead now stretched to 10 for Bingham, or for Lone Peak. And we've now got running clock here in the stadium. What a performance from Lone Peak today.
Yeah, it's been a really great game for them. I think that, you know, it was good for them to play each other earlier in the season, a few weeks ago, precisely, and really learn it because they're here facing off once again.
On the draw out of the air.
Bingham definitely tried to learn from that last draw and get that player in front of Lone Peak, but just wasn't able to.
Eliza was looking up there for Lisenby. She's got it now. The freshman, boy, maybe hit by a stick. Taylor Ford here is down behind the play. She's checking, making sure everything's okay.
Yeah, it looks like she got injured from that little situation that happened there. She'll be having a player come in for her. It was a stop since that was an official's timeout.
Started here with Maddox. Here's Jones. Cook. And back with Lisenby. Worked with Siri. That's a tough turn for Lauren. Ended up losing it.
Well, there's been a couple of those moments just off the cradles we've been dropping or, flinging it out of our sticks.
Here comes Nora Davis. She's got a bunch of momentum. Nora going the length of the field. Finding right in front. Ashlyn, the shot and the goal for Bingham.
Beautiful job. She had such drive. Taking on all those defense where Ashlyn was able to cut in center and receive that pass into a goal.
Boy, well-executed break there by Bingham. Love the run by Davis. And how about, as she recognized her lane taken away, survey the field, find your top goal scorer?
Exactly, yeah. I mean, the way, I've learned it is first look to goal, then look to your teammates, then look for a new position to run to. So if it's a cut or switching with a partner, call a play, whatever it is. Like, that's exactly what she did. She looked for her drive, didn't have it, looked for her teammate. She had that lane, and she took it.
That one captured out of the air there by Maddie. Maddie stepping through. Oh, and that just saved away. That might have hit the hand there of Edmond.
Those are a stinger, that's for sure.
Yeah, we saw that in our first game as well.
She passed him out of bounds. That is unfortunate. Yes, you must come onto the field before you pass.
So Lone Peak turning it over here. Trying to push wide. Nice job there by True staying in. Here comes Nielsen. In the sphere there. Here's Little.
It'll be interesting to see how much time they're going to take while taking the opportunity to shoot, as they had such a fast shot just a moment ago.
That one scooped up by McCune. She's got to run track.
There's got to be something.
Here comes Cameron McCune again, end to end. She's got Cook in the middle. Finds McKell. The handoff, the shot, and the goal. This one scored by Potvin.
Yeah, they're playing a little bit of some tic-tac-toe as they work their way to the 8 and sailed it to that back of the net.
And again, it's McCune from the defense all the way to the offense. And how about the unselfish play to finish it off?
That was great. Yeah, you take, like we were talking about, look at the goal, you don't have it, pass it off to that next teammate. And here we are again, up at the draw.
Yeah.
It looks like they're, fighting a little bit on the south side of the screen a little bit just for the circles positioning.
Lone Peak in this second half, it feels like the draw has helped them to get some separation.
They certainly has. It certainly has.
Eliza with it here.
Yeah, Gate has great stick work. I understand why she's on that midfielded roster because she definitely has that tenacity and overall skill to be there.
Trying to work around True. Eliza right in front. Oh, the low shot was just wide.
Yep. Yeah, she tried to get that shot through, but it was a dangerous follow through. Pulling your stick low, she did hit it off. It was her stick or the ball, not quite sure. Hit a defender, and that is a dangerous follow through, no matter if it's above, aside, or below.
Yeah, so Eliza here being shown the card. She'll have to head off. Here comes Bingham. Bailey James, recognized, running out of room, turns back to the middle. Potvin kind of had it initially. She's got it again. She's behind the rest of the D. Here comes Maddie Potvin. One-on-one. The shot and the save by Edmond.
That was a beautiful save by her. She traced that all the way down the field. It's a breakaway from the center all the way through.
Boy, and look at how gassed Bingham is. You had multiple Bingham defenders racing back to try to challenge Potvin.
It was a circle violation on Bingham is what got called. So that's why the ball is going back to Maddie, back on the dot.
Maddie starting it. That pass a little tall.
Bingham able to get that back into their sticks.
Here's Little. Good charge back there by Kono. Little turned back to the middle. Nice support there by Wright. Worked in front. See those slides coming, and
yeah, but the legal check. I think she's going to the center hash of the 8-meter opportunity. Defender will be going 4 behind.
So this will be Brenna Miller.
I think it actually might be the second inside, but either way, 8-meter opportunity, and she will take it.
The shot, save. Fuller able to get that stick down. Good save.
That was a really good save. Good for her.
And here's Cook with a lot of room. Mikkel Cook with the bounce shot and the goal. Goal number 7 for Mikkel.
From the midfield pressure all the way down to that 8. She was able to keep her arms free and release that to the back of the net.
How about the long runs that we've seen from Lone Peak?
You know, they are taking that energy and just digging it to their feet, right? They're just going fast. They're going, a lot of good agility out there along with endurance. So that was great. Overall, every player on this field can make the run. Every player on this field can handle the stick for Lone Peak, and we've seen a pretty even game from each player.
And you can see Bingham players sticks overheads, like just searching for air, right? Because the amount of endurance that Lone Peak has displayed today and really pushed upon this Bingham D, been tough.
I mean, even when I played back in the day, quite a few years ago, Lone Peak is always known for being fast. Yep, it will be white ball. Bingham did an illegal substitution right behind the other official, but that far side.
How does, it looks like Lone Peak going to win this game. How does that speed match up against a team like Mountain Ridge?
You know, it really just depends. Mountain Ridge has great stick skills. They have great team connection. So it really just depends on, you know, which one brings it more to the field, literally.
Here comes Sophie Curtis. Boy, dodging through this Lone Peak D. Still on it here.
That defense was able to stay goal side. They had a little bit of space.
Worked in front. Corinne Jones able to get back, but the whistle here will give the 8 media opportunity here to the Miners.
I don't think that was intentional, but there is sometimes you play some minor fouls to be able to stop the goal from happening, to get the rest of the defense down, to give that goalie a better opportunity than just a cherry-picked goal.
Megan True coming in right between the legs. Bingham scoring.
Good for them. They need that energy. That was great. 8-meter goal. Popped it on through with that bouncer shot. Good for them. They'll keep that energy going well.
Unofficially 17th goal of the year there for 2. It's back to a 10-goal difference. Again, 10 is the running clock number in the second half, and so as Bingham gets inside of that, clock stops. As it's that or beyond,
yes,
it continues to run.
Correct. I mean, just like I believe in just through the time that we've done this in the semifinals and finals, I don't think we've seen a 10-point differential from my memory. So seeing something like this here is, you know, definitely shows the strength of Lone Peak.
I'm trying to remember. I think we had one last year.
Did we?
With, was it Olympus or Park City in the semi? I think it was Park City Wasatch in the semi last year.
As they are matched up again. Yeah,
and yeah, they are. They are. That's another one we'll get later today. A rivalry of the Wasatch back coming to the semifinal. As this draw out of the air, on the ground, scooped up there by Jones. Shot, Siri hit off the pipe.
Great save. Yeah, that was right off of her shaft. There's some terminologies. They're passing this around. The head of the stake where you catch is obviously the head, the webbing, or netting, and then shaft and butt.
Oh, nice little two-man game. Sadie Neuenschwander with her second today.
Great draw and dump, being able to get a clean and slow-paced cut, releasing it to the back of the net.
How about the nice little, well, pass and roll? I mean, I don't know what the term would be in lacrosse. There's a lot of other terms in other sports, but hand it off, cut right through the lane, give it right back.
Yeah, give and go.
There you go.
Yeah, give and go. You give it and you go. Kind of simple.
But yeah. We'll run with that.
Why not, right? No, yeah, the give and goes are really effective. There's been a lot of draw and dumps, give and goes happening for the team that has been able to get them a lot of goals for Lone Peak.
Bingham possessing. Here comes Miller. Working in front. That one swept wide. And they'll keep it here with Bingham. Given here with Harvey. Now Miller. Talk about Lone Peak, the speed. We've seen it in transition, but how about defensively? Done a great job collapsing down.
Oh, yeah.
Bingham's tried to work it.
Their hip switching's been great. Their directionals on defense have been overall really great.
Oh, beautiful find. Great find. Beautiful goal from Miller.
Yeah, she caught that ponytail of the defender, cut through that backside, and was able to get those couple steps ahead for a good goal.
Bingham goal, Brenna Miller, the assist.
Brennan with her 23rd of the season. One of the seniors on this roster. Head back here for another draw.
Yeah, they keep switching up the draw for Bingham, figuring out what works best. You know, keeping fresh feet on the field is definitely something that's going to help them through the rest of this game. Beautiful draw.
Controlled here by Bingham. Curtis.
That's some great defense.
Sophie's still with it here. Just wide, but the call there will have the opportunity here for Bingham.
Yeah, she'll be going over that hanging hash. She is a right-handed player, so that far left side hash is not a place you technically want to be, but she'll take it and do the best she can with it.
I said Brenna was a senior. My apologies. She's a junior. Skipped right across. Shot on a goal for the Miners.
Yeah, she was not caught in time, so she was able to get that cut through and sell it to the back of the net. I need different one than sell. Shoot it to the back of the net. Scored it.
Great eyes there. Great vision to see that cut for Bingham. Beautiful finish as they pull here back to 9.
Now, there is a different, definitely a 9-point differential here, but it's not impossible. If Bingham can keep at that momentum, it is a very possible, but we'll see.
We got a timeout being taken here on the field. Timeout, 6.5 to go here in the 6A semifinal. Welcome back. Dane Stewart, Kenzie Christiansen with you, 6.5 to go. 18-9, the advantage for the Knights. Bingham not done yet. Love the kind of response we've seen.
Yeah, there's only a couple of responses I feel like you can take here. Is like bow down or step it up, and I'm happy they chose the better half.
Yeah, and we'll just see if they can figure out a way in these final 6+ minutes. We see, Farmington scored 2 goals in about 25 seconds this morning and in a late run. And we'll see if Bingham can get that same kind of mojo going here late. A lot of things have to go right. But they got to get stops, and that's been a challenge today, given the effectiveness of Lone Peak and their offensive execution.
Yeah, I mean, they have the goal, so taking their time and waiting for the opportunity, it's not a bad idea. You can tell that Bingham's playing some tight defense.
Here's Maddox. Shot saved there by Edmond. And these are really probably the most important minutes of the year for Morgan Edmond. They're going to need her to make some saves like that.
Certainly so, and she's definitely she's been gaining confidence off of every save.
Here comes Curtis. Oh, she's got a lane. Continuing on. Sophie help coming over, looking right in front. Boy, it was just hard for her to get enough behind that. And then the check there will give it here to Lone Peak.
Yep, it is inside the CSA with the defense. It is a self-start going out.
And you're talking about McCune sliding over there to take that, really made that pass difficult.
Yeah, but they're reading the ball well for Lone Peak on defense, and doing that side is exactly what she's meant to do.
And here come the Knights. Big run here for Lisenby. Has Cook in front of her. Lisenby, the freshman, now will show some patience.
Three seconds. Major foul. That player that got 3 seconds will be going to high ball. Ball's back on the dot. There's a few options that you can make here, and I'm interested to see which ones they're going to make.
Maddie starting it. Cook. Had that knocked loose. Bingham came away with it. That one captured by Nielsen. Bingham now setting it up. Screen there by James.
Good defense. Kept it nice and clean. Out of Spears. Sticks off body. Great defense.
Curtis. To Ford. Three minutes to go here. That clock ticking down ever so quickly. Curtis working in front. That denied. And we actually had a change in goal as well for Lone Peak. Just recognized the junior, Iana Baldwin, has come on for the Knights. This pushed out wide, and there will be the call on that second contact.
Yeah, it's in the sphere. She's between, I think she was between the 8 and the 12, but we'll see here in just a moment. All right, something we talked about in our last game. Players will drop the ball to give themselves to get composure, set up, and that's exactly what you just saw there, is dropping that ball just to be able to set up and prepare for that shot.
Here's Taylor Ford, straight away. Coming in, ducking, and saved away by Baldwin. Nice moment there for the junior goalie for Lone Peak. She even got a cheer from her the starting goalie, Fuller, on the bench, and saw her jumping. Awesome in the semifinal.
Love it.
Working in front. That pass couldn't be possessed long by Maya Siri. Kept here with Lily Brown. Final 80 seconds here at Dumpke Field. And we'll get stoppage here for this infraction.
All right, she'll get a first inside, or second inside, 8-meter opportunity.
A bounce shot and a goal.
Those bounce shots have been favored by Lone Peak, and they've worked very well for them in this game.
Katrina Maddox with her second today. And that's one of the items. I mean, the bounce shot, they've got 19 goals, 11 or 12 of them.
I would at least say, yeah.
It's been a large chunk have come on that look for Lone Peak today.
Now, there's a lot of players flipping off the field and coming back on. A lot of rotation happening. As we only got the clock ticking down, seconds to go. Running clock.
Yeah, our apologies there. Our intern slacking. Final seconds chipping away here. Great year for Bingham. And talk about what they found late in the year, this tournament run. Big upset over Corner Canyon, the 6-3 beating the 6 seed, beating the 3 seed, finding a semifinal, but just not enough today in the rematch against Lone Peak.
Yeah, they were able to just work hard and keep it going.
Maybe one last opportunity for the Miners. Here's Miller. Final seconds, and that will do it. The Lone Peak Knights are heading to the 6A state championship. Kenzie, your final thoughts and a selection of a player of the game.
Yeah, that was an amazing game. I think both teams played really hard, had a lot of passion, and Lone Peak was able just to take that step forward. I think, my player of the game's got to be Cook. She's had, I think, 5 goals, and that's, I think, just, speaks to who she is as a player. She's unselfish. She takes the drive. She takes the opportunities, and overall played a great game. And, they have amazing coaches. Coach West, love her. She's taught them very well, and I think they stayed very classy throughout the game.
McKell Cook 5 goals in the first half, 2 in the second, 7 in the game for McKell as she helps lead Lone Peak past Bingham 19-9. It'll be Lone Peak and Mountain Ridge in the 6A state championship. Come out Thursday afternoon at Zions Bank Stadium, 3 o'clock for that game. And if you can't, join us right here on the stream on KSLSports.com. For Tino Psyche, Kenzie Christiansen, thanks for joining us. 4A semis coming up next from Dumpke Field.